Hello everyone, and welcome to Truth Be Told, where we explore the mysteries, conspiracies, and hidden histories that the world forgot, or maybe the world was never meant to know. I'm your host, Tony Sweet, and today's episode is a little different. Today is Friday the 13th. Now, for most people that means bad luck, black cats, broken mirrors, horror movies, and a lot of superstition. But what if I told you Friday the 13th might not just be superstition? What if the reason we fear this day goes back more than 700 years to one of the most powerful secret organizations in human history? An organization that suddenly disappeared. An organization accused of heresy, secret rituals, and unimaginable wealth. An organization some believe never actually disappeared at all. Today we're talking about the Knights Templar and the conspiracy that followed their destruction. And trust me, this story gets very strange. To understand the conspiracy, we first have to understand who the Knights Templar actually were. The Knights Templar were founded in 1119, shortly after the First Crusade. Their official name was the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon. That's where the word Templar comes from. They were stationed near what was believed to be the Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem. Their mission was simple: protect Christian pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land. But here's where the story starts to get interesting. These men weren't just soldiers. They were warrior monks. They took vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. But despite that vow of poverty, within 200 years, the Knights Templar became one of the richest organizations on Earth. They controlled land across Europe. They built castles. They created what many historians consider the first international banking system. In fact, if you were a pilgrim traveling from England to Jerusalem, you could deposit money with the Templars in England and withdraw it in the Holy Land. This was revolutionary. The Knights Templar essentially invented modern banking. But power like that always attracts enemies. Now we arrive at one of the most dramatic days in history. Friday, October 13th, 1307, King Philip IV of France made a move that shocked the entire Christian world. At dawn, Templars across France were suddenly arrested, hundreds of them, including their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay. They were accused of some truly shocking crimes: blasphemy, heretical rituals, worshipping a mysterious idol known as Baphomet, secret ceremonies, spitting on the cross, and other accusations too disturbing to describe. But historians believe something very different was happening. King Philip IV was deeply in debt to the Knights Templar, and if the Templars were destroyed, that debt disappeared. Convenient, right? The king pressured the Pope. Under torture, many Templars confessed to crimes they likely never committed. Some were burned alive. Others died in prison.
And in 1314, the last Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burned at the stake in Paris. But before he died, legend says he shouted a curse, calling both the King of France and the Pope to face divine judgment within the year. And strangely enough, they both died within months.
Here's where the conspiracy really begins. When French soldiers raided Templar headquarters, something shocking happened. The legendary Templar treasure was gone. No gold, no artifacts, no sacred relics, nothing. According to some accounts, the night before the arrests, A fleet of Templar ships quietly left the port of La Rochelle in France, and no one knows where they went. Some theories suggest the ships sailed to Scotland, Portugal, Switzerland. Others claim the treasure included far more than gold. Some believe the Templars possessed the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, ancient religious documents that could challenge the authority of the Church. And if that's true, you can imagine why powerful people might want the Knights Templar erased from history. This is where the story becomes controversial. Some historians believe surviving Templars escaped to Scotland, where they later influenced the formation of the Freemasons. Others believe the Templars secretly helped create the Swiss banking system, certain secret societies, possibly even groups linked to the Illuminati. There's even speculation the Templars played a hidden role in early exploration of the Americas. Some researchers claim Templar symbols appear in New England architecture centuries before Columbus arrived. Is it proof? Not exactly, but the coincidences are fascinating. Even today, Templar imagery appears in countless secret societies. Their cross, their rituals, their myths. It's as if the Knights Templar never truly disappeared. They simply went underground. Segment 5. Why the Knights Templar still fascinate us. The Knights Templar represent something powerful in the human imagination. A secret brotherhood, hidden knowledge, a war between power, faith, and money. And a question that still echoes today. Were they destroyed because they were guilty or because they were too powerful? History is written by the victors, and in the case of the Knights Templar, the victors were kings and popes. But stories like this remind us something important. Sometimes the official story is only part of the truth. So, tonight, on this Friday the 13th, when people talk about bad luck, remember the Knights Templar, because the origin of this unlucky day might not be superstition at all. It might be the memory of a day when one of the most powerful secret organizations in history was betrayed, or maybe silenced. I'm Tony Sweet, and this is Truth Be Told. If you'd like more episodes exploring hidden history, conspiracies, and mysteries, make sure you subscribe. And until next time, keep searching for the truth.